This shit more than a game.
Perfect.
This past week was a week that reminded me about dialogue that I did when Kellen Moore was hired to be the next Saints head coach. And I said that, one, I'm going to give him a shot because he's wearing my team's colors, right? But two, I'm going to give him a shot because he told New Orleans yes when a lot of people told New Orleans no. And I was reminded of that this past weekend when Aaron Rodgers proactively told the New Orleans Saints no. And when WWE, after telling New Orleans yes, told New Orleans no. And in my Saints brain, it made me remember, like, wow, a lot of people who don't have any type of lineage or connection to New Orleans or the state of Louisiana really aren't in a rush to come to New Orleans. So I always cherish when somebody tells New Orleans yes, even if we might not be their first choice. We know that we weren't Sean Payton or Drew Brees' first choice, but they told New Orleans yes when a lot of people were telling New Orleans no. Kellen Moore in 2025 has told New Orleans yes when a lot of people are still, to this point, even after telling us yes, are telling New Orleans no. And then I say, well, can I really blame him? I mean, you turn on the national news, not even the local news, but the national news. You see inmates escaping. You're seeing a truck that's been on the bridge for about a week and a half now with the city having no goddamn plans to remove it. You see a lot of stuff that makes you go, I think I would rather visit New Orleans and actually live in New Orleans. But Kellen Moore told New Orleans yes. And for all my lack of hype, for all my unexcitement about Tyler Shook and all of the futures of the New Orleans Saints, I must say, Kellen Moore's already all right by me because he told New Orleans yes when everybody seems to be telling New Orleans no. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jono Barnes Show, but it's shit more than a stream.
This shit more than a game. We ain't playing no fee. We fans born kinda wild, fire in our hearts revealed. Yeah, we shout and we cheer, our passion loud and clear. Together we rise, this love no compromise. Holler at the screen, repping our dream team. From the sidelines we scream, living in this fan's dream. Yeah, we shout and we cheer, our passion loud and clear. Together we rise, this love no compromise.
This shit more than a game. And y'all know how we got to start off each and every Jono Barnes show. Please do me just one favor tonight. Well, actually, I'm going to ask for multiple favors. But my first favor that I'm going to ask for is, can y'all please leave a This Shit More Than a Game in the chat right now so we can start off what will be likely my last show for a while. Because I'm sure you guys know, if you're true to the Jono Barnes channel and not new to the Jono Barnes channel, what's coming up for me very, very soon. I mean, not only that, but y'all also leave a This Shit More Than a Game in the chat because, I mean, look at this man cave, y'all. Look at how beautiful. Now, we're not even all the way done yet. Y'all see we got the Stone Cold Steve Austin table piece from his last match at WrestleMania a few years ago. We'll get to WrestleMania talking a little bit. We got the one and only This Shit More Than a Game pillow. Imagine how comfortable Lil Jono is going to be sleeping on this pillow. Shout out to my mom. Coach got the classic. Ain't no Jono Barnes show without the Stone Cold Steve Austin watching over my shoulder, protecting me from them dumbass Falcons fans. Or we got a new edition. Y'all remember, by the way, this is not new. This is something that we've had when I first started the channel back in 2021. If you're true to the Jono Barnes show, you remember it. Well, guess what? It's back in a man cave. It's still shining brightly. Oh, and look at this, y'all. Look at this. Signed This Shit More Than the Game shirt by the man, the legend, the embodiment of this shit more than the game, Drew Brees. Now, we ain't hitting up yet. We still got some moves to do with the man cave, but y'all can see. I told y'all I was going to hang it up when I showed y'all the picture of me meeting him during the Super Bowl, right? Nice and beautiful in all frames, so no Falcons fan can come and put any type of graffiti or ignorant work with it. This shit more than a game. Drew Brees certified. The man cave is coming along very, very nicely. Hell, y'all, we even got some incredible artwork that I got to still get framed from my guy, Jay Frost. Look how beautiful this is, y'all. Look how beautiful this is. This is definitely a this shit more than a man cave. Definitely this shit more than a house. I got more artwork I'm going to show from my dog, Jay Frost, over time. But we're definitely getting the Jono Barnes man cave, or should I say that this shit more than a man cave, really ready for you guys. So when I do come back from my hiatus in time for football season, when I got 22 people currently watching, 22,222 people watching, we're going to always elevate the show because of people like you guys in the chat who I see right now leaving your this shit more than the games in the chat, like my girl Sandra, like Hurricane Mike, like the this shit more than the game Super Chat King, and my guy Bruce Saint, of course the lovely Sonia, Mr. Filmer, I got your voicemail a little too late, so I will not be able to play it, but I definitely appreciate your input. We'll play it at a future date, even though it might be a bit outdated, but I try not to make anybody's voicemails go in vain. Ask Mikey. I appreciate all of you guys. I even got my guy Staten watching on Twitter right now. Shout out to over 120 people across all platforms currently watching the Jono Barnes show. He says you can't spell New Orleans without N-O, so we should be used to it, Jono. Yes, we have gotten a lot of no's from outside factors when it comes to New Orleans, Louisiana, and the Saints itself, and a lot of no's we got when you ask anybody outside of our Saints fandom, or shit, probably even in our Saints fandom, are the Saints going to be a good team? And a lot of people are saying no, because I was really astounded. I've been kind of following the power rankings lately, and the New Orleans Saints, y'all, are ranked dead last in a lot of national media's power rankings. Now, mind you, I'm one of the people who are not confident on the New Orleans Saints right now. I see all the Falcons fans in the chat. Yeah, get your trash talk off. We know why we are going to rejoice December and January no matter what, because we know that the Falcons are going Falcon. As a matter of fact, if we get over 5 super chats today, and it could be no less than $2.83, I'm going to show Falcons fans and you Saints fans how in May, not even a goddamn training camp season yet. In May, the Falcons show why they always going Falcon. If we get 5 super chats, could be as low as $2.83, or if we get over $20 of super chats, I will show you guys at the end of the show how even in May, the Falcons are going Falcon, and they always remind us why we are so thankful and so grateful for as down bad as we are. Yes, Falcons guy 99, our QB room is pathetic, but as down bad as we are always thankful because the Atlanta Falcons are our rival, and that is not a high cross to bear. So, 5 super chats or over 20 of them, or maybe even over 30 likes throughout the show, and I'll show you guys why the Falcons are going Falcons. Shout out to my mom. You ain't right, mama. I'm not cursing for my mama. This shit is more than a game. Again, you guys, thank you guys for joining the show tonight. Likely my last show, and I even like it. This is definitely my last show for a while. Little Jono is coming. If he comes on schedule in 5 days. Wow, I know. It's getting real. I get goosebumps just saying it. He's coming in 5 days. So clearly, there ain't going to be no show next week, and there probably ain't going to be no show for quite a while. So I appreciate all of you guys who are true Jono Barnes supporters joining me tonight for what will probably be the final show. I'm sorry that I don't have any of my co-hosts. I tried to get them on tonight. I said, hey, y'all, this is probably my last show for a while. If y'all just want to come kick it. But y'all know I'm not as important to them as other things. I mean, y'all see Sean and Ziggy do their own little podcast on Wednesday, and Ziggy prioritizes Sean over me. So if y'all ever want to know, like, ask Ziggy, hey Ziggy, who's your best friend? I promise y'all, he might say, I have no ratings. I love all my friends the same. Nah, if he prioritizes Sean's show over mine, then y'all know who his favorite is. I'm just playing. Y'all know I love Ziggy. I'm just playing, guys. But yes, if you ask a lot of people outside the New Orleans and Louisiana landscape, they're going to say no when you ask them, are the Saints a good team? Because the Saints are dead last in a lot of power rankings. Before I get to that, I already have a super chat. This is why I withstand some of these stupid Falcons fans. From Red Swan, let's get the bootleg version of the this shit more than the game air horns. And Red Swarms, I think Red Swarm wants to see how the Falcons find a way to Falcon even in May. He says, we might Falcon, but the Aints will have the #1 draft pick. I don't know if that's supposed to be a threat or a compliment, because we actually probably would take a #1 draft pick this upcoming season, Red Swarm. So, hey, we can live with that. My girl, Matt Marshall, in the chat. It must be a lovely night tonight. Matt Marshall's in the chat. I am not a dad yet, but any minute now. Like, my wife could literally probably run through the door during these next hour and a half and say, hey, we got to go to the hospital. Like, any moment now, the kid can come. But I took a chance. I said, well, I'm going to go live. And if he decides to come tonight, hey, it's very poetic of why this shit is more than the game. But I was shocked, y'all, because even as low as I am on the New Orleans Saints, I was like, damn, are we really the worst team in the league? Like, when you think about it, are the Saints really the 32nd ranked team of 32 other teams? Well, a lot of people seem to think so, because Bleacher Report had the New Orleans Saints ranked dead last in their power rankings, and they started off the reasoning by saying, let's put this out there. The New Orleans Saints are a mess. Now, damn, y'all, I'm not like super high on Tyler Shook, and I know that, you know, I'm not the most rose-colored glasses right now when it comes to, oh, the Saints are going to be good in 2025, but I don't know if I would say we are a mess. I feel like we did clean up a lot of stuff to have us on at least a right path. Now, the problem is I don't believe in Tyler Shook, so that kind of is a cloud over me that I'm hoping that Tyler Shook makes me look like a dummy. But the worst team, what mess? I really want to know, like, what is the mess? We are cleaning up this cap space that the national media seems to have a hard on for, and that we actually got lucky because Derek Carr retired, so it really makes our cap space look a lot better. So what mess? Like, we're doing what the national media wanted us to do, and that's actually clear our cap space. NFL Spin Zone has the New Orleans Saints ranked dead last. Man, is it because of Tyler Shook? I mean, I don't think you can say Kellen Moore literally just won a Super Bowl as offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, so he shouldn't be a reason why the national media is thinking that the Saints are going to be the worst team in the league. Or maybe these are just Falcons fans making these power rankings. Going by the chat tonight, maybe it's just Falcons fans making these power rankings. But no, because there's actually more national, like more certified national media. If you go to CBS Power Rankings, no, they actually did not put us at number 32. So that's good, huh? Yeah, but they put us at number 31. They said only the Tennessee Titans, who had the #1 pick last year, this season, they said that the Saints are the 31st worst team in the NFL. And even the official NFL website, I'm talking about backed by the Shield, the official NFL website has the New Orleans Saints ranked 31st. So if we're not 32nd to people, they say y'all know better than 31st. That is a lot, y'all. That is a lot of sour feelings from the national media about our New Orleans Saints. Now, y'all might think I'm a hypocrite, right? Because, I mean, I just went viral last month for going off on the Saints for taking Tyler Shook. But I'm like, okay, when I really think about it, are the Saints, to me, if you're going to be the worst team in the league, that means you are probably going to only win 3 to 5 games. You got to be like remarkably bad to win only 3 to 5 games. The Saints were remarkably unlucky last year, which is why we only won 5 games. One, because Dennis Allen was our head coach and all the injuries we had. Now, if you think we're going to have that many injuries again in 2025, then absolutely we're going to be the worst team in the league. I do not account for injuries. I don't see how you can account for injuries when you're predicting the season. So I'm taking injuries off the table. Any team who has the abundance of injuries that the Saints have can be the worst team in the league. But let's talk about just from a pure health standpoint. Every team in the league gets great health this season. Everybody's healthy. God is good. Everybody's healthy. Are the Saints really worse than, I'm even going our own division, the Carolina Panthers? Like, where's the Carolina Panthers proven to show that they are now better than the New Orleans Saints? Because Bryce Young looked good for a few games. I'm not going to say the Falcons, not just yet, because I know everybody's the national media has a hard on for the Falcons right now, even though I got a funny feeling about that come September, October, and November. But it's all good. I ain't going to mention the Falcons. But what about the Titans? Okay, we don't know if we think that Cam Ward is going to be good, but we don't know. Are the Saints really that much worse than the Tennessee Titans? There's a lot of teams that you can look at and say, are the Saints really going to be that bad? Because we still have talent now. Like, we still got this year more than the game Mount Rushmore recipient Eric McCoy. We still got Alvin Kamara. We still got a pretty good offensive line, if you ask me. I'm assuming that Banks is going to be good as a rookie, and Fuaga is going to take a leap to become even better than he was his rookie year. Like, we got talent. I don't look at this roster and go, wow, that is a bad roster. I look at the roster and go, yeah, they still got some players on the team who are obviously in their twilight years, who probably are not going to be playing football in 2 to 3 years. But I'm not looking at them and saying, oh, man, Cam Jones and Demario Davis and Tyrann Mathieu, that's definitely the worst. I mean, I don't think all of them are that bad yet. I don't think any of them are that over the hill yet. So it was very, very surprising to me to see all of these power rankings with the Saints ranked 32nd in the league. And so I want to ask you guys in the chat, you guys are the co-hosts tonight. Do y'all think the Saints are actually the worst team in the league? I saw the great Nick Underhill was on a YouTube channel the other day, and it was ranking, the teams from this YouTube channel was going, interviewing NFL team reporters for each team. And he's going like backwards to the number 1 team, which is probably going to be like the Eagles or whatever. So his number 32 team was the New Orleans Saints. And I was like, damn, are we really like seen as that bad? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh, I want the national media to put respect on our name or put us as a top 14 team or even as a middle of the pack team. I just don't know what happened from last season to now for the national media to go, this is the worst team in the NFL. And if it's Titus Shook, am I a hypocrite for saying, I mean, I think it probably more so is the quarterback room. If you look at our quarterback room, who besides New Orleans Saints diehards are going to be confident with Titus Shook, Spencer Rattler, Jake Haener, who's hurt right now? Who's going to be confident with that quarterback room, right? So I think that is the underlying reason why people are saying the Saints are going to be the worst team in the league. You're only as good as your quarterback, and nobody besides the most diehard Saints fans and I guess Louisville fans are going to believe in a quarterback room led by Titus Shook, or even if it's Spencer Rattler. Maybe Spencer Rattler winds up winning the job. We saw reports last week that he had a great first week of minicamp. But the worst team in the league, I don't know. Titus Shook, never mind trying to prove idiots like me wrong. You got to prove the national media wrong, my guy, because I'm assuming that Titus Shook is going to be the guy for us. I'm assuming he is going to be our franchise quarterback for at least 2 years. The reason why people don't believe in the New Orleans Saints is probably because they don't believe in you, Titus Shook. So he's going to have to prove that to the national media that we are not the worst team in the league. But do y'all think we are the worst team in the league? Chad, who is also watching on Twitter, I always appreciate you checking me out on checking me out on Twitter. Chad says, if the O-line shines, I think we surprise some folks. And I keep going back to that too, Chad. I'm looking at our O-line and I'm like, wow, if, like, think about it. Calvin Banks. Now, we know Calvin Banks is a rookie, so I can't act like he's going to be great. But the Saints are usually pretty solid with drafting offensive linemen. Of course, Eric McCoy, all pro center, in my opinion, the best center in the league. And I'm not saying that because he was on my couch. Cesar Ruiz, Talisi Fuaga, and then Trevor Penny, who was not as bad as we thought he was going to be last year. That's actually, in my opinion, I could be wrong. This could be me being biased. A pretty solid O-line that can get us at least 3 or 4 wins off the bat right there. And if you got 4 wins, you're probably not drafting the number 1 overall pick. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like we just, I feel like we need some positivity, man. Like, because y'all know if I want positivity, and I'm always trying to be Mr. Realist, Mr. This shit more than a game, I just felt like this shit more than the game community and the fandom in general needs some toxic positivity right about. Whoa!
Yo, am I coming through clear? Yo.
Hey, Ziggy, did you hear something? I just said we need some toxic positivity on the show.
Nah, I just made it in from work, man. Showered right quick and then hopped on the show.
I appreciate you, man. Everybody in the chat was talking about some. Man, Ziggy don't got no love for Jono. Ziggy only shows up for Sean show. I was like, man, y'all better chill out.
Dang, it was like that.
They were hating. No, I be
Just got to the house.
You know I be sticking up for you always, Ziggy. You know I be sticking up for you always, my God.
They don't know I be working 12-hour shifts, bro. I be trying.
Hey, man, the hardest working man in the state of Louisiana.
What's good?
It's good.
Man, we got Archangel in the building. So, man, what's good?
We got a nice little audience, Ziggy. I'm very grateful. We got over 200 people watching right now across all platforms. Ziggy, I ain't gonna lie. Like, look, hold on. I gotta learn. You see the chat right now, Ziggy? You see what I'm pointing to?
Yeah.
All those people excited when you show up. That's why when I text you,
Salt, Bruce Saint, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love this community, bro.
That's why
gonna lie, dog.
I be texting you, bothering you, saying, Ziggy, you gotta come on the show. But the people like you more than they like me sometimes.
No, you don't be bothering me, bro. I be sending you stuff.
True. I'm looking forward to you sending me stuff at like 2 a.m.
Are we in the hunt?
When I'm holding, are we in the hunt? That's a good
Archangel actually.
Because Ziggy, let me kind of speed you up right quick. And this is an actual genuine question that if I'm asking this like very shocked, and I know you're gonna be like, what the heck? A lot of national media, Ziggy, thinks that the New Orleans Saints are going to be the worst team in the NFL. You got Bleacher Report has us at number 32. NFL Spin Zone has us at number 32. That's the worst team in the league, Ziggy. I don't know if you know there's only 32 teams. So if the Saints are 32 on all of these power rankings, that means they think we're going to be the worst team in the league. But then you got CBS. They don't have us at 32, Ziggy, but they have us at 31. Oh, yay, wow, we're not the worst team in the league. Give us the worst hardest midget trophy. And NFL, Ziggy, the NFL official website. We know the NFL doesn't love us, but they even have us at number 31. Ziggy, they dropped us 3 spots after the draft. We thought we had a pretty solid draft. After the draft, they dropped us 3 spots and said, you guys are going to be horrible this year. Ziggy, I ask you, do you think the Saints are actually going to be the worst team in the NFL this year?
So you say you want some toxic positivity. Look, I'll give y'all some right now. There's only one place to go but up, you know what I'm saying? We already at the bottom. We can't go no further down, guys. So this is a start. So look, we can always twist it into something positive. Nah, but I think that's a little harsh. I do think we're at the, if I'm gonna be realistic, if I put my realistic Ziggy face on for right now, I do think we're in the bottom half of the NFL. I don't think we're like 32. I was kind of thinking maybe like 27, 26-ish. What you think, Jono?
I agree. I was saying.
I was thinking kind of like in that area, like, you know, not like 32, but kind of, you know.
Ziggy, wave to everybody on Instagram for the first or second time, I guess. But we are on Instagram Live. Yeah, I told you, Ziggy, we're going to elevate the show. Oh, look. I forgot when Ziggy back on the show, we got the elite this year.
Small upgrades as you go. Ain't no wrong with that.
What do we say about the super chats? We invest right back into the show. We find software that can elevate our show, grow our audience. I promise you guys, I keep saying, I don't take y'all super chats and go treat my wife to a dinner. Lord knows I haven't treated her to a dinner in a long time. Okay, she tells me that often. We try to invest right back into the show. So everybody who's watching right now on Instagram, granted, I know that Instagram is not necessarily a show to watch live stream. So even if you come check us out for like a minute or so, we appreciate y'all. Ziggy, what I was saying was, I agree. I don't think that we're the worst team in the league, but I'm also like, man, we're probably in that bottom tier unless Tyler Shook really proves us all wrong. So I'm like, well, like, what did we do to like be ranked below the Titans, below the Browns, who got like 6 quarterbacks? Like, why are we seen as the worst? Do you think it's because the national?
He was just saying that. If you have Easy E,
oh sure. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yes, sir. Easy E says toxic positivity, $5 super chat. Cause ain't no way we worse than Falcons, Browns, Jags, Raiders,
that's
Titans, Jets,
Giants. Come on, man.
Do you agree? Do you agree with Easy E's take right here, Jono?
You know, the Falcons, I'm gonna save that take for this Balls, Ziggy, because boy, them Falcons. Ziggy, they doing this thing again where they getting themselves hyped up. But let me tell you, Ziggy, I told the YouTube chat, if we get over 5 super chats, and I believe we are at 2 now, I am going to show them, Ziggy, and I hope, and I know that you haven't seen this yet either. So I'm going to show you as well how even in May, Ziggy, even in May, the Falcons gone Falcon. I'm going to show that. So if we get 3 more super chats, y'all, and it's going to be $2.83. I'm going to show y'all how the Falcons falconed even in May. Easy E, my guy, thank you so very much for that super chat. I don't know, Ziggy. I mean, are we better than the Browns, the Jags, the Raiders? I will say this. When you look at the Browns and the Jags and the Raiders, like you look at the coaches, so you see Pete Carroll with the Raiders, right? You're like, well, I'm going to put some trust in Pete Carroll over Kellen Moore, who's unproven. You look at the Jaguars, you still got belief in Trevor Lawrence, right? So you're going to put more trust in Trevor Lawrence. And now Travis Hunter over the New Orleans Saints. The Titans, I'm sure everybody has more faith in Cam Ward. I damn sure would and do over Tyler Shook, over Spencer Rattler.
It's supposed to be the next coming of Steve McNair.
The Jets and the Giants are interesting because, I mean, I'm like,
the New York team.
The Giants also got like 4 quarterbacks. I mean, they got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, or whatever, of entertaining. Jackson Dart, an entertaining quarterback room for sure, a more sexier quarterback room as far as big name status, but are they that much better than in 2025? I'm saying
2025, correct.
You know, so it's a question where I'm like, am I being biased that my team is going to be the worst team, and believing that my team is not the worst team, or is the national media putting the mirror up to the New Orleans Saints and saying, look, you guys suck. But I thought we had a good draft. So I'm like, besides, you know me, Ziggy, I'm still not a believer in Tyler Shook, and Terry shows me. Besides that, though, I thought we had a pretty solid draft that I'm like, hey, we got some foundational pieces. I would not be mad. I would say this, Ziggy. Well, I'll close out this topic with this. I would not be mad if we are the worst team in the league. I know that sounds crazy, right? Like how you go from 5 wins to, you know, I would imagine if we are the worst team this upcoming season, that means we have less than 4 wins, right? And then you're like, as a general fan, you're like, well, damn, this Kellen Moore dude is worse than what Dennis Allen and Derek Carr brought to us, right? And I understand that. But sometimes you kind of got to be real bad to like really become good. You get that number
it's like
1
a slingshot. You gotta go back. You gotta go back.
Exactly.
And go forward.
Boomerang, right? Like, hey, get that number 1 pick, bring it back, and now we got some hope. So I actually wouldn't be too mad at having the number 1. Because what I always tell you, Ziggy, right? I say, hey, if you're gonna be bad, be bad. Don't be hovering around in mediocrityville. Like, be effing bad. So you can get that top 2, top 3 pick, and you have some hope.
Yeah, if you're trying to tank for Arch, you can't do that by winning.
Right, and I know fans are going to keep saying, "Oh, but we don't know if Arch Manning is even going to be good. Is he coming out in the 20?" I don't care, y'all. I told you I'm illogical when it comes to my dream of Arch Manning. But then again, maybe Tyler Shook proves me wrong. It's very unproven right now. Okay, we got another super chat from the king. This man said that I am not going to let anybody out super chat me. Can we get the dish shit more than the game? Hold on, Ziggy.
Bruh.
I gotta stand up. Ziggy said the man cave now. I think I can stand up now. I told you elevation. We elevating the show, bro. Hey, Ziggy, you see, I showed you on the weekend, but you see how beautiful it looks. Son. Wait till it was on that wall. But you see how
that's
beautiful
fire. That's fire.
This shit more than the game shirt.
I can't lie. That's fire.
Hey,
that's
man, I'm trying to be as good as your man cave. I know you're not. It's not all the way ready yet after you remodeled it.
Yet. And I got, breaking the fourth wall alert. I do have laundry. Your boy got to fold some clothes.
Hey, that's real. Hey, man, that's real. Let everybody see we getting out the mud.
Just being real,
Ain't the Pat McAfee show. We ain't got to stay in the all studio. I was doing
the chair attached green screen.
Transparently, y'all, I was doing my show from the dining room of my apartment the past 2 seasons. Okay,
that's true.
I just got this shit more than the game man cave because Lil Jono told me he ain't coming in no dang small cramped up apartment. He wants a big old house. So I said, Lil Jono, you call the shots now, okay? But hey, man, we getting out the mud, but we doing it because of people who are true to the this shit more than the game community. Like you, Bruce Saint, who says, here's a $5 for the hyper. He says, even he doesn't know what that means, but I appreciate that, Bruce Saint. 2 more super chats, y'all. And I'm going to show y'all at the end of the show.
Why man Fuaga in the chat.
Why the Falcons, I'm mad that Evan ain't on the show, so he can't talk shit to Evan. Why the Falcons, even in May, are always going Falcon. I'll say this again, like I said, if the Saints are the worst team, I'm not gonna be mad. Would you be mad?
I don't know. I'm like
it'll be how we are the worst team, right? Like if we're getting our ass whooped every week and showing no progress, then you're like, God damn, what are we doing? Like, where's the growth? Now, if you're like playing hard, you know that we ain't got as much talent as some of these other teams,
like the Panthers last year.
Yeah, right. Like, but you got something
They're
like
trying to
Jono,
win.
like, oh, we got 2 or 3 players. Even might be Tyler Shook that you're like, damn. Like, okay, we got something to look forward to. And now we're going to draft. You would think a stud with the number 1 overall pick. I think we would accept that even as a fan base. I think.
No, I agree, Jono.
So
all we want is some improvement, some hope, some flashes.
Some hope. Ziggy,
I know you don't like that term, flashes, but
no, I know I don't hate the term. Nah.
For this group, I would like to see some flashes.
But I would say, what do I always say? Fanaticism is built off of hope. So just give us hope. Yeah. Tyler Shook, you're the guy right now who has the key to my hope right now. Ziggy, as you know, I am like super down on the Saints and Pelicans right now. Tyler Shook holds
Pelicans. That's a whole nother TED talk.
Yeah. After that draft lottery, Tyler Shook holds the key that he can open it, get a piece of my heart, pause, and give me some goddamn hope. But do I think we're the worst team in the league? I do not think it. And it's going to be very, very hilarious if we wind up being better than those damn Atlanta Falcons. We're going to see, y'all. We're going to see. But clearly, the players can at least have some motivation on their bulletin board because nobody believes in the New Orleans Saints. So, hey, players, if y'all want to use that underdog mentality going into 2025, no better way to look than just put up your phones, search NFL predictions, NFL power rankings, and I promise you guys, you will have all the motivation you need because nobody, unless you're the biggest Saints fan in the world, believes in the 2025 New Orleans Saints. I'll say this one last time, then we'll go to our next topic. You know who a team a lot of pundits who are very low down on in 2024?
The Commanders?
The Washington Commanders. And I seem to forget how far did the Commanders make it last season?
Oh, there was a championship round, right?
Yeah, I believe NFC championship game, right? Yeah.
It's like they was right there.
So, I don't know. Tyler Shook. Can you beat Jaden Daniels? I remember in 2006, Ziggy, nobody believed in the New Orleans Saints. Nobody. What did Drew Brees and Sean Payne bring us to, Ziggy, in 2006?
Same thing.
So if you got that dog in you, Tyler Shook, if you got that dog in you, Kellen Moore.
What there was Chicago Bears, right?
I mean, we don't want to talk about what happened in the game, but yeah.
We want to win the Super Bowl. Chicago Bears.
It's all good. Prove us wrong. Yeah. And I'm saying us. I don't think we're the worst team, but prove us wrong, Tyler Shook and Kellen Moore, that you guys are legit. My girl, Cheryl, who I love so dearly.
Oh, my God.
What was that? Cheryl leaves a $5
She said nothing need to be said.
I appreciate Jiggy. Cheryl, you was at the baby shower. You saw
she did one.
Cheryl bought us those nice blankets for Shady and Lil Jono.
That's dope.
Continuing to give super chats for Lil Jono. I'm assuming it's for Lil Jono.
Oh, that's dope.
Cheryl, you are a queen, Cheryl. We really, really appreciate you. I think that's 5 super chats. It might be 4, but I mean, if we get one more super chat, y'all, but I think I'm probably going to show y'all how the Falcons Falcon anyway, because I appreciate the hell out of you guys joining us on this second edition of the Jono Barnes Show, and what will be the last Jono Barnes Show for a while. So we still got some other things to talk about, Ziggy, but before...
They want you to talk about this, Jono. I don't know if you see in chat, a few people brought up to the Falcons, the Falcons always talk about us with Kirk Cousins and stuff like that, but they got to pay Kirko Chains $90 million, no first next year, and also got fined for the prank calling Shador.
You don't throw stones if you live in a glass. You don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, right, Ziggy?
Ooh.
Now the reason why I'm allowing the Falcons fans to talk all this shit.
Okay, my bad. Okay,
I'm allowing them.
You letting them get it out.
Because we know what happened the past 2 years we've done this show. Every time we've done this show, Ziggy, each season ends with us getting our victory lap. Okay. Even in one of the worst Saints eras of all time, those goddamn Dallas Cowboys or Atlanta Falcons fans helped us out by giving us our Super Bowl by them being their typical franchise selves. So I'm going to let the Falcons fans have their fun like they always do. My dad always say, bro, that mice keeps eating that cheese. You let that mice be a mouse.
Oh.
Marinate on that. Marinate on that.
Bro. Red Swarm has a rebuttal to what you just said, Jono. Right before we read some of the chats. Red Swarm says, but Tyler ain't Jaden Daniels. Plus, the Commanders even have your best cornerback.
That's true. No, that's a good point. Well, we don't know what Tyler Shook is yet, to be fair. I'm not a believer in Tyler Shook myself. That's valid. Red Swarm, that's valid.
Jono even said that's valid. Okay.
Bro, let them throw stones and avoid what's going on in their house. Kirk Cousins ain't showing up and they paying Kirk Cousins like what, $40 million this year?
But they're talking about Derek Carr.
They defensive coordinator son is making ill, willed, unethical prank calls. And I'm gonna show at the end of the show how they I'm gonna show at the end of the show, Falcons fans. Stay tuned, Falcons fans. Y'all gonna love this.
Oh, Jono.
Oh man, we having a super chat out. Ziggy, when Lil Jono come, I'm gonna make sure somebody play the air horns. Okay, that's how we're gonna announce it.
Jono's delivered. Oh,
I'm gonna tell my wife when you feel your water break, just hit this shit more than the game. Thank you. Bruce saying doesn't even leave a comment, just needs a $5 super chat. So because of that, for sure, guaranteed. Towards the end of the show, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how even in May the Falcons. So Archangel, Red Swarm, Falcons guy 99, whoever the Falcons fans are in the chat. Y'all want to stay tuned. Y'all want to stay tuned because you guys are the gift that keeps on giving not only to the Jono Barnes show, but to the New Orleans Saints as a franchise. Here's the gift that I want to give, Ziggy, to all of this shit more than a game community members. No matter what, we all know that this shit more than a game, and now you can wear it with pride. Visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now for the low price of $28.03. You can buy it in black and gold, purple and gold, white and blue, red and navy blue, all types of colors. We've got you covered here on the Jono Barnes Show. So visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now and let the world know, folks, this shit more than a game. And Ziggy, my gift is not just the shirts. The shirts have always been a gift to my community, but I'm extending, Ziggy, my Memorial Day sale. If you are not on my social media channel, Ziggy, yesterday I did a special Memorial Day sale where I took off, I'm not rich, okay, so I can take off like 50% off, but I took $5 off the shirt sales. People were hitting me up saying, yo, Jono, man, yeah, money is a little tight, so I appreciate you having this sale so that I can have, a little bit more funds to buy a shirt. And I'm like, that's dope, man. Hey, I'm always willing to, I'm not trying to nickel and dime anybody. Man, Bruce saying, you leave so many super chats. I wish you would. Bruce saying, if you ever want, hit me up for a good deal on a t-shirt, because you have so many damn super chats, but you never even got a shirt, Bruce saying. You deserve a lot of people a This Shit More Than a Game shirt.
Tell us what color you want, bro. I got you.
Exactly. Oh, Ziggy, you always go above and beyond. But if you guys want a This Shit More Than a Game shirt for a good discount for the next 48 hours, I will leave my Memorial Day sale up. And if you go and buy a shirt at checkout, just simply leave the code Memorial Day, and it will take off $5 off of your purchase. That's basically the shipping price, Ziggy. So you basically get free shipping for your shirt. And, hopefully you guys can enjoy this shit, and you get the brand new, not the brand new, but the tank tops, because it's hot as hell right now, and these
bro, it's ridiculous.
It is hot, so
it's ridiculous, bro.
It's the time, y'all. If y'all want to save a pretty little penny, get a This Shit More Than a Game shirt now at www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com. Leave the code Memorial Day at checkout, and you will get $5 off. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, look at the chat right now. I just dropped the link. I had the pleasure of being on Really Flawed. Ziggy, she's a great NFL content creator. She asked me to be the representative for the New Orleans Saints. I was like, me? Represent the New Orleans Saints? Yeah. And she interviews all 32 content creator teams across the league, talking about the season preview.
Good idea. I like that.
All of the power rankings, she was dropping the videos like in the order she think the teams were going to finish. So the last place team will be the first team. So she started the NFC South this week. And she actually put the Panthers first, which means she thinks the Panthers are going to be worse than the Saints. I said, I appreciate that. Not everybody isn't a non-believer, I guess, in the New Orleans Saints not being the worst team in the league. So thank you for that. After the show, y'all see that link right there. I'll also probably put it in my community. Had a great discussion.
I see it. Yep.
Really far, awesome content creator, a female content creator, which I always love giving back to female content creators to show that, hey, you guys are sports fans too, and y'all This Shit More Than the Game certified. So y'all can check that out. I know she's usually in the chat every now and then. So if she is watching, hope she sees that I did give her a nice little shout out. But I will also be posting it on my social media as well. I had a great time doing that interview with her. That was kind of fresh, Ziggy. I think right after we took Tyler Shook. So I wasn't always, I'm just gonna let everybody know now. I was still kind of like on my heater about Tyler Shook. but it was a good discussion.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. The timing of the interview.
Yes. Speaking
Okay.
of being on a heater, good Lord have mercy. Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
Archangel, I'm gonna get you a Saints shirt, bro. Just hit me up.
With the Saints,
I see you.
He don't need this shit more than
Yeah, he said you won't catch me there.
Hey, Archangel, if you want to get spicy, because you were one of them people on Bourbon Street trotting all down with y'all umbrella trying to do a fake ass second line, then y'all watch y'all lose to our sad ass team, and then y'all choked out the playoffs. We could get heated this year. We can get a little spicy. As bad as I think the Saints are going to be, I promise y'all, the Falcons will not sweep us. I'll tell y'all that right now. The Falcons, the high and mighty Falcons. Watch out for the Falcons this year. This is the year that they finally put it together. I promise you one thing. The Falcons will not sweep the Saints. And I'll put a nice little bet on that to all you Falcons fans in the chat. I'll give y'all a nice this shit more than the game shirt. Walk at how y'all talking. How like the Migos says, walk at how y'all talking. Y'all that confident? We're going to see if y'all can put y'all money where y'all mouth is in the fall. I'm going to give y'all a little preview right now. If y'all are so confident in y'all Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta, is this kind of a peek into what we got for the season? An Atlanta Falcons Saints bet? Between Jono and the Falcons fans?
Every season ending episode, you got to leave a little preview so everybody can come and watch the next season, right? So there we go.
Little foreshadowing.
Right. One thing I know who is not confident. One thing I am very confident in is that Aaron Rodgers is not going to be our quarterback because I don't know if everybody has seen the clip. Aaron Rodgers was doing a Q&A this past week, and some Saints fan asked him this very, very lovely question.
Our free agent now. Would you ever consider playing for the Saints and making us great again? Because
No.
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
All right, next question.
It's no. No, I've played there a couple times, but no. The answer is no. I'm too old. I don't want to live in Louisiana. Sorry.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, we don't want you either.
I laughed at that. That was funny.
That was one of my better memes, huh? We don't want you either. I don't know. Yeah, thumbs up, buddy. Like, yeah, thanks. I'm glad that you don't want to live in Louisiana because guess what? Louisiana don't want you either. Or maybe Louisiana does. I don't know. That girl who asked the question, God bless her heart. I don't know if she's from New Orleans, but make the Saints great again with Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, okay. What time are we on with a question like that? Ziggy, I'm not mad at Aaron Rodgers. I don't expect him. I would say this. I guarantee you if the Saints were offering him $10, $12 million, his ass would want to live in Louisiana. It's always about the money. We'll talk about that in a little bit when it comes to WrestleMania. It's always about the money. But I just don't like Aaron Rodgers, to be honest. Not like I hate the guy or like, all his weird conspiracy theories and his tinfoil hat that he puts on the Pat McAfee show every week and all his silly takes that he has. And then the smugness that he has about me living in Louisiana, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Boy, Aaron Rodgers, you are washed. You are washed, okay? You are never even fit Drew Brees' cleats if you wasn't even entertained thinking about coming to the New Orleans.
That's actually a factual statement.
Let me also say, because this is always debated, Drew Brees is a way better historical quarterback than you. You are more of a sexier quarterback. You had a better cannon of an arm. You were sexy, but then Pat Mahomes came and showed what someone with that talent is actually supposed to do. You only got one Super Bowl, just like Drew Brees, but all the national media sucked you off your whole career. When Drew Brees had way better numbers than you, I ain't gonna say you stole the MVP from Drew Brees, but you ain't all that. Rodgers, you're a top 10 quarterback of all time. I get you. But in 2025, you are not all that. You are not all that. I promise you, besides that girl, apparently, ain't nobody in New Orleans or even in Louisiana. I'm talking about the most red of red states of Louisiana is saying we got to get Aaron Rodgers. We got to get Aaron Rodgers. Brother, we would gladly have Tyler Shuck as our quarterback or Spencer Rattler or even Jake Hayner over Aaron Rodgers in 2025. Because one day, another reason why Drew Brees is better than you is that even at his old age, Drew Brees went out a warrior. Drew Brees was never washed. Okay, maybe he couldn't throw past 30 yards anymore. Maybe he went out in a blaze of flames against the Buccaneers and had a horrible game. I get all that. But Drew Brees never had as bad of seasons as you have had the past 2 years, Aaron Rodgers, and in your prime years, okay? I damn sure do not want Aaron Rodgers in 2025. Ziggy, what do you feel about that clip or just about Aaron Rodgers to the Saints in general?
No, I mean, I don't know what his issue is with New Orleans. I think he saw what Derek Carr was going through, and he knows that you're not gonna come down here and do that stuff that you was doing in New York. Derek Carr was actually trying, and he was getting eaten alive. You ain't gonna be able to pull that stuff down here in New Orleans. I'm just saying. And if we want to compare him to Drew Brees, the only thing that one of the categories that Aaron Rodgers is actually beating Drew in is like rushing stats.
Mm-hmm.
Drew has more games. Drew has a higher completion percentage.
Preach.
Drew has more passing yards, passing touchdowns, average passing yards, average yards gained.
Damn. You come with the data
Championship
tonight.
1-1, more Pro Bowls, All Pro, same 5-5.
Ooh.
AP Offensive Player of the Year 2 to his 0, and
Damn,
Super
Ziggy,
MVP
come on
1-1.
now.
He does have more MVPs though.
Of course, because it's Aaron Rodgers, the great Aaron Rodgers to the national media.
So I mean,
would have had more Super Bowls if we didn't get screwed in 2019.
So I mean, rushing attempts, rushing yards, okay, cool. But I'm just saying, Drew is literally the better quarterback. I don't know. Especially at this age. And he's played more games. Drew has played more games than him. And when was the last time Drew played?
Cool, 2020?
2020?
Come on now. They hate on Drew Brees.
And still has more games than him.
Red Swarm and Archangel, I got an honest question. Trash talking all that Saints-Falcons rivalry aside, because you guys don't have the bias that me, Ziggy, and a lot of this chat has. Who do y'all think historically is a better quarterback? I really want to know, Falcons fans. Do y'all think Rodgers is a better historical quarterback, or do y'all think Drew Brees is? Because I'm interested in the answers, Ziggy, because
you know what they're gonna see.
Well, no, I'm hoping that they're actually like I just want a honest answer. And if they do think Rodgers is better than Drew Brees,
that's fine. Yeah,
more power to them. I just want to know, like, I want to get out my Saints bubble. That's why we welcome all fan bases to the show. Do they think that Rodgers is a better quarterback? Now, again, y'all, I'm putting on my Mr. This shit more than the game had. Like, I'm not mad at Rodgers for not wanting to be the Saints quarterback, not wanting to. I mean, Ziggy, you watch national news, you see a goddamn bridge stuck on a highway for like a week and a half. Now you see inmates running loose in the city. I get why people aren't in a rush to want to be in New Orleans. And to be fair, he was at. Ain't like he just proactively came out and said it, right? Like he was.
Asked him a question. He answered.
He ain't just come out straight up. So I don't want to be the Saints quarterback. But
the thing I was say too, Jono, is we always want athletes to not give. Oh, here they go with a textbook answer again.
True, very true.
When someone gives a candid,
I'm a fair man.
Answer.
Yep.
But you can't jump on, jump down the.
I wasn't
on them for giving a candid answer.
If I wasn't a Saints fan, I would not have thought twice about Rodgers' answer. I wouldn't have cared, to be honest. It's just one of those things that, hey, we can talk about our city and our state because we're from here. We're tried and true from here. Other people outside of us, y'all can't talk about us. Yeah, we know our state is a little wonky. We know our state is a little, needs to get some stuff together, but we can say it. The outside voices, we don't want to say that. Worry about your house. Just like we said with the Falcons earlier. Worry about your house. We could talk trash about our house. We got inside our house. We're cleaning up our house right now. We could talk shit about trying to clean up our house. But worry about your house because your house got a little damage on it too. That's the same way I feel about the Falcons fans right now. Same way I feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Red Swan, answer your question, Jono.
At the peak. I saw Archangel did too, but he says they each won a Super Bowl and A-Rod has multiple MVPs, but Drew held the NFL QB record until Brady surpassed him. Brady had to play more seasons, by the way, Ziggy, to surpass Drew, but that's another topic. I'll call it a push. I respect that. And Archangel said that because of Rodgers' athletic ability, he would go with Rodgers. I understand. I appreciate that, Archangel and Red Swarm. I always want to get like
interesting
biased answer. So all that to say, though, Ziggy, my meme that went semi-viral is true, though. Like, hey, Rodgers, we don't want you either.
I like that. That was funny.
Thank you. Thank you. Rodgers, we don't want you either, buddy. So the feud is mutual. God bless you where you go to Pittsburgh or wherever the hell city does want you. But, Ziggy,
you made that one, Jono?
Yeah, I did. I did that at like 11 p.m. You know what I'll be doing at nighttime. I'll be working, bro. I'll be working. I'm taking my Mr. This shit more than the game hat off.
All right.
I respect the answer. I really do. Like, I genuinely do. But I just want Rodgers to know. Okay, pal. God bless you. Yeah.
Where's he gonna go, Jono? I mean,
apparently Pittsburgh. I mean, that's like the only
Pittsburgh. Okay,
does want him.
I was about to say at this point,
like I said. Now look, 2018 Rodgers, shit, sign me up. Like, okay, Drew, we know that you about to be at the door. Rodgers still.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is 2025, Rodgers. Like Drew Brees went out again on his shell. Like he was still doing like 30 touchdowns and only 10, 11 picks. Like he was doing the damn thing his final year. We tried, Ziggy, bruh. We tried telling him, right?
I ain't want to say it.
We tried telling him, but it's all right. But Rodgers, I mean, last 2 years ago, he hurt his Achilles, which is like, at that age, we knew that, okay, his time might be done. And then last season, he was fine. He wasn't the Aaron Rodgers that we grew up on. So Rodgers, again, the feeling is mutual. Good luck in Pittsburgh, my guy. I want to give.
These comments got me laughing, bro. I'm sorry.
The comment section is on one tonight, and I appreciate that. You know who else is on one? Ziggy? Everybody who left a dish shit more than a super chat last week. So to Bruce Saint, of course, always the king of super chats. To Easy E. To Ziggy, we got somebody named Bonkers Power. That's my first time ever seeing that guy in my chat. He left a super chat. I thought that was real cool.
Bonkers Power.
No, I haven't seen him since. But hey, if you want to come flash by, drop a super chat off and leave and never be seen again, I guess we'll take it. And to another Falcons fan, Pro P, who is not on the show right now tonight, I don't see him in the chat, but to all the people who leave super chats, we appreciate all of you guys. Like we always say, every super chat we get, we turn right back around and invest in the show. That is why we are on Instagram right now. We upgrade platforms. Ziggy, people don't see, like, we really work hard. Like the past week and a half, me and you been having discussions about, do we want to go to a new streaming platform? Last week I did my show on Stream. What is it? StreamYard, huh?
StreamYard.
I keep calling it Stream Duck because the damn duck is the logo. But like Ziggy and I, like even for our very small niche audience, like we really put our thinking caps on. Like,
say,
of
course.
How can we reward the people who do give us their time? Because one thing
overlays, all
and I do not do is we don't play with y'all time. We do not play with y'all time. I watch my show afterwards. Every episode I watch my show at least once or twice because I try to listen for audio issues. Ziggy can tell you because he gets annoyed with me. I'm like, Ziggy, I say, Ziggy, go to 1 hour and 12 and 15 seconds more. Listen to this audio and tell me if I'm hearing things. Is the audio, is the videos playing on cue? Are we talking over each other? Does the audio, so we trying to get the best platform. Every super chat we get, we invest right back into the show. And we're going to do that for the upcoming season as well. Speaking of investing back, Ziggy, a lot of the amateur flag football players around the globe are very mad that they are not getting a return on their investment per se. Because if you guys have seen the news, the NFL announced last week that NFL players will be eligible to play flag football in the 2028 Olympics. If you guys did not know, flag football will officially be a sport in the 2028 Olympics for the first time ever. And the debate was, would the NFL owners allow their players to play in the sport? Well, the owners voted unanimously for NFL players to be available. So that means we might get, 4 years is a long time from now, but Tyreek Hill might be in the league. Pat Mahomes might be the quarterback for the team, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody's happy, right, Ziggy? Everybody's excited. Oh, not everybody, because we got some of the, I call them amateurs, but I guess they're professional flag football players.
He's from New Orleans too, I think.
He actually is. So before everybody maybe goes crazy on him,
I've seen him on YouTube.
That guy is real cool. He's real good, by the way, too. And he represents New Orleans. So I'm a little lenient on his take when he says this is a sport that we play for a long time. And we feel like we are the best at it, and we don't need other guys. He also said, Ziggy, if those guys come in and bought out and they're better than us, hats off to them. Go win that gold medal for the country. But he believes, Ziggy, that NFL players are not deserved to be ushered in as starters automatically for flag football. And he believes him and his squad of flag football players deserve that spot more than the professional NFL players. He also said, because I read the article, because I want to be fair, sometimes quotes can be taken out of context.
Yeah,
that flag football is a much more different sport than professional football. There's rule changes and tweaks that you don't have in the NFL that maybe an NFL player might have a hard time adapting to. So he thinks that his squad, which is very, very successful, by the way, and he represents New Orleans. So shout out to Darryl Doucette, deserves the spot more so than the NFL players. Ziggy, how do you feel about that? Do you think the NFL players should get that spot? Or do you think Darryl Doucette and some of these amateur flag football players have a point?
I think he does have a point. Just because they play in the NFL, that's almost like an entitlement. Just because they're in the NFL,
Mhm.
Oh, here you go. You get the spot. No, I think they're going to have tryouts and different things like that, and then whoever is best suited for whatever they're looking for.
You
'Cause
you
this is once again, this is something new. Then you go with that. But I don't know if y'all follow the flag football team or the flag football league on YouTube. It's actually pretty entertaining. Like, not even
yeah.
joking.
For sure. And,
Like,
and
it's
Daryl
pretty
Doucette,
entertaining.
hey, Daryl Doucette is really he be holding it down for the city.
Yeah.
And I understand where he's coming from because he's like, oh shit, this is my chance to represent my country and win a gold medal. So hell yeah, he should feel some type of way.
And they compete against other cities, other countries,
Right,
and different
right.
things in their league. So it's like you're already kind of doing that, you know. I actually kind of agree with them. I think some people just dismiss them just because they're not in the NFL, so they are less than, but that's not always the case.
You said, NFL players should have to come in and try out. Do you think the NFL players' egos are going to allow that? Like, try out? Like, I'm Pat Mahomes. What you mean try out? Like, I'm Pat Mahomes. If Pat Mahomes says he wants to play, like, do you
I
think
mean,
Pat
in the
Mahomes,
NBA, they still have tryouts for the.
well, they do, but they have it against fellow NBA players. It's like, okay, we're going to put 20 NBA players, the top 12, top 13 make it. You think NFL players are going to be like,
that's
oh,
the
you
thing
think
with-
Mahomes is going to be like, I got to go compete against Daryl Doucette? I'm speaking now from an NFL. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
he's gotta-
NFL player.
I mean, I get it.
Pat Mahomes. I'm a 3-time MVP, 3-time Super Bowl winner. Like, I am on a chase for being the greatest football player of all time. What you mean I got to compete or try out against this amateur football player?
I mean, at that point, there is a political and, at that point, it's almost like, all right, yeah, we got to go ahead and put them in. But for the most part, I do think they should have a Team USA tryout that's not just NFL. So it's like,
But
you have people that's already playing the sport of flag football.
And as good as Daryl
If that's the
Doucette-
case, they just need to make that the Pro Bowl or something.
well, as good as Daryl Doucette and his teammates are,
No, he's not. I mean, I get it though.
do you think he's going to beat out like Mahomes? I mean, he's an NFL
No, he's
player.
not.
Like,
They-
even if they do the tryouts, like we know.
But
he's
the
gonna
thing is,
win.
they can move him to a different position.
But what if like 20 NFL players say, yeah, we're going to try out? I'm pretty sure those 20 NFL players are at the top of the, like, they're not losing the tryout, Ziggy. I get
No, I
what
get it.
Daryl
Some of those
Doucette-
guys, I mean, don't sleep on some of those guys, bro. Some of those receivers, some of those guys can probably make the team.
Yeah, but this is
I'm not saying all of them are going to make it, but it's going to be I think it's going to be 80% NFL, and then you got another 20%.
maybe, and it depends because maybe NFL players, you gotta.
Some of them might not even try. They might be
Right, like some are gonna be in their contract. Yeah, they're like, I'm not risking getting hurt, for the flag football league when I got
people. God, those guys do get hurt in those.
But then I can also argue those. They're like, shoot, Tyler Shook might be like a great NFL flag football quarterback. He's gonna, whatever he is. Jake Hayden might be, better than Daryl Doucette. Like NFL players, we gotta understand. Like we be bashing these players like, oh man, Trevor Penning sucks or whatever. Trevor Penning is still top 3% in the world of football players, right? And so like the worst NFL player on your roster is probably better than every goddamn amateur. Or
that's true too, Jono. That's the truth. That's true take.
So I get what you're saying about, let's make it fair. Let's have them try out. But I'm like, okay, shoot. Jake Hennigan try out. He's probably going to be the favorite over any amateur. Now, I'm not mad at what Daryl Doucette is saying. I'm really not. Like, again, if I was in this position.
You feel like he's grown that.
Playing flag football my whole life, winning championships, like representing the country for smarter leagues and whatnot, I would be like, hold on, man, this is my chance. So if anything, I'm going to just, shake the walls a little bit to like say, hey, hold on, I'm not going to go out quietly now. Like, I want my shot to at least be considered.
And then don't forget, you still got the UFL guys too.
Exactly. Like, the XFL.
You still got the UFL guys.
The CFL will be Canada. But
they need to bring back the New Orleans Breakers too.
It's hell yeah. We were breaking the people and they're gonna get rid of our leagues. Thanks a lot, Rock.
I know, right?
But it's a business as well, like you say, bro.
No, I mean, I get both. I literally get both sides of it.
Entertainment business, and they are going to want the hate.
And the USA still wants to win at the end of the day.
Who is the world going to want to watch? Are they going to want to watch Patrick Mahomes? Or are they going to watch? Or going to want to watch Daryl Doucette? And there's no disrespect to Daryl Doucette. It's just a cold world sometimes when it comes to business. We'll get to that in our next topic about how it's a cold world when it comes to business.
Very fair, bro.
I really want your input on this next discussion, Ziggy, but sometimes it's a cold world and business is business. And they're going to say, hey, yeah, I'm sorry, but Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill And, it's a long time from now, 2028, right? So, shit, the Saints might draft somebody in the next 3 years that's like, oh, we got to get that guy in the Olympics, right? God willing. It would be fun to see a Saints player in the Olympics. Wouldn't it be great if, like, they did this years ago, Ziggy, so we could see Drew Brees with a gold medal? Can you imagine Drew Brees in a flag football league? Because he's like a cerebral assassin. Like, he would have been picking apart these. It would have been,
man.
it would have been like 120-0. Drew Brees would have been picking apart these people.
That did not even cross my mind. Now I want to see it.
I legitimately thank you, Sandra. Yes, if you are watching, y'all, please do me a favor. I don't ask this enough because I be getting lost in my endless dialogue. But make sure y'all hit that like button as well. Even if you don't leave a super chat, hitting the like button is free. We got 23 likes right now. Over 325 people watching across platforms. I know we could get to 30. I know only 25 people or 29 now are watching on YouTube. I know we could get to 30 likes. I know we could get to 30 likes, right, Ziggy?
Oh, that's easy.
It helps the show out, y'all. So come on, hit the like button.
You said 30?
30, Ziggy.
We are at 23. We just need 7 more for those on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Like, show, we ain't asking for much. Dang, y'all act like we asked for millions.
That's free.
Millions of dollars. Speaking of millions, Ziggy.
We do have 300 people watching across all platforms.
But Twitter, you can't like it on YouTube thing.
I know, right? Every single one of y'all that are watching right now, we definitely appreciate y'all. And if you are on X and watching us and you're enjoying the show, you know what you could do?
And on Instagram, by the way, Ziggy, don't forget, we're on
Instagram
right now. We're on Instagram right now.
Hit that retweet button.
I'm seeing right now, Ziggy, people like on Instagram joining, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm sure like they join, watch for a little bit, and leave. But like we got a lot of people who have
There's
joined.
people that might not have seen you, but for the first time.
Exactly.
It's a different audience.
I didn't even know that we were doing this show. So, like I said, guys, we're trying to elevate the show, and we're trying to show appreciation to you guys much more than what this business showed appreciation to New Orleans last week.
Oh, we had 30, John. Oh, just like you asking, you shall receive.
Wait, no.
Whoa, nah, what's down with you?
Wait, you sorry, second? We had 30. Let me see. Hold on. Damn. So all we gotta do is ask. Jeez, I'm doing a hard job. We got more likes over there on this show than we did last week. I don't ask. Like I forget to ask people. So they just gotta ask.
Well, sometimes people do. Honestly, some people do forget. Like, oh yeah, that's right. And
I do. I'm used to, but I'll be watching people's channels and I'm like, oh shit, I should have liked that person's video. I feel like a horrible friend. Like,
people just honestly forget.
Sometimes doing someone going live and I watch it and I say, oh shit, I forgot to hit the like button. Like I'm not helping my own damn business out. I appreciate you guys. Y'all definitely gonna find out in a little bit why the Falcons are going Falcon.
We got this. We hit our super chat goal. We hit our like goal.
Oh, they making me go out on a high note when it comes to the show. I appreciate y'all for real. Y'all getting me a little emotional right now on a good way. Y'all know who made me emotional in a bad way. Stay tuned for our next topic to find out how I was very, very angry when it comes to emotions. Here's a gift just for you for being a fan. Are you going to a sports game or a concert or any major event? Well, buy your tickets from SeatGeek and use the promo code Jono at checkout and you can receive $20 off your purchase over $50. That's $20 off your purchase. What are you waiting for? You know this shit more than a game, man. Hey, Ziggy, you gonna miss that? You know this shit more than a game.
What are you waiting for? I don't know why you went with the Pinocchio voice. All of us like for that part of the
my voice decides every day which voice it wants to use. I don't control my voice. My voice and vocal cords controls itself. By the way, I know people might be watching, maybe even skipping the game to watch this show because Lord knows me and Ziggy are big basketball fans. So if you're watching the game right now, if you're not watching it because you're watching the show, one, thank you. But two, the score right now is 77-66. The Pacers are up. With 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ziggy, this is why I love my new man cave. Now, let me see if I can show you right quick because I haven't showed you. I haven't done a show with you. Look at this, Ziggy. I got the TV. Hold on. Look at that, Ziggy boy. Look at this cover. It's not even set up all the way yet, but I can watch my shows while I'm doing this. Oh, man. Shout out to the brand new. This shit more than the game, man. We're going to have fun this football season, y'all. Y'all know right now we are going to have fun. Ziggy, we were going to have fun at WrestleMania next year, but a funny thing happened last week. And y'all, Ziggy and I have not even had a one-on-one discussion about this in our private lives. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Ziggy's take on this because I'm pissed, y'all. If you are living under a rock or you just were not a big wrestling fan, WWE canceled WrestleMania 2026 in New Orleans because they
Boo.
are going to go back to Las Vegas. Now, this wasn't like this was at the 24th hour of the negotiation table, and then Vegas came back with a sweeter deal or anything like that. No, it was already announced. Y'all see the logo at the top.
They had a logo made, bro.
They had the logo.
They had pyro.
They
went
brought
off.
The Rock out. Look at the Rock does not come out for WWE appearances every week. Like he only comes out for special occasions. They brought the Rock out. They had the pop and circumstance. They had fireworks. They had the press release ready to go. They did a post-show press conference. We love New Orleans. New Orleans is one of the best cities when it comes to hosting WrestleMania. We cannot wait to bring WrestleMania.
The Rock came out with that Lil Wayne song.
They went all out with the New Orleans bonanza. And as New Orleans, if you show New Orleans love, we're going to show you love back, right?
Of
Like
course.
WWE was showing us mad love. But at the end of the day, it's all apparently about that damn bottom line, no pun intended, Stone Cold, about the money. Because WWE, after announcing it publicly, after signing, the ink was dry, the T's were crossed, the I's were dotted. The WWE came and said, actually, you know what? Never mind. Las Vegas came and said, we're going to give you guys more money because Las Vegas, who held WrestleMania last month, after seeing how much of a success it was, which breaking news, WrestleMania brings a lot of great economy to your city. Las Vegas said, hey, WWE, we want you guys back next year because we can use the economy.
They're sleeping on it. Yeah.
What can New Orleans give you guys, WWE? Because we'll double it. We'll Las Vegas, double or nothing. We'll double it. And instead of the WWE saying, hey, we understand that Vegas, maybe you guys can go for 2027, but we already made the promise to New Orleans. We already signed the contract. The WWE say, well, tough shit, New Orleans. We're going to Las Vegas again. Oh, but hey, Ziggy, it's okay because guess what? We're getting money in the bank next year. Whoop-de-doo. What a great, great consolation prize, right? That's like the NFL saying, you guys are going to get the Super Bowl, and then coming back 2 months later and saying, you know what? Never mind. You guys are going to get the Pro Bowl instead. I'm supposed to be happy with the Pro Bowl when you guys promised me the Super Bowl? Don't get me wrong, Ziggy. I enjoy Money in the Bank. I enjoy all WWE programming. I might be a hypocrite just like I am with the Saints and the season tickets because, shit, the WWE says, hey, Jonathan, here's our bad. We know you got a bit of a platform. We'll give you free tickets. My ass probably going to say, hey, Ziggy, we're going to Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Go check them out.
I am going to use what little platform I have to call the WWE out on this bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. And I get business is business. I get that the money was with Vegas. I get that Vegas can offer the WWE way more perks than what the city of New Orleans can. But be a man of your goddamn word. Be a man of your goddamn word. It's unethical. And sometimes that unethical business turns out to be very long-term striking on you. Like short-term, yes, we know WWE is going to have another successful WrestleMania next year. They're going to boast about record profits. All of the fans who don't give a shit about where this WrestleMania is at is going to come flock to Las Vegas again, pay WWE tons of money, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
That unethical business eventually catches up to you, Ziggy. And I am pissed off that the WWE did that. Ziggy, we had so many plans. Like people think that we be joking. Like, no, Ziggy and I in our group chat were like talking about all of the things that we had planned, the content that we wanted to give you guys. Like we were going to have fun. We were like, we were going to work and like say, hey, we're going to give these guys like some exclusive content. Like I was making a log of like all of the companies and businesses that I could contact and say, hey, with my little platform, hey, maybe we were, oh my God.
I know, bro.
To sweep the rug for the first time in history. Like WWE has never done this before where they announced a WrestleMania city and then say, oh, never mind, we're actually going to another city. And for all of his faults, Mr. McMahon, in my opinion, Ziggy would never do this. And I know Mr. McMahon is not an angel, but he was a man of his word. And if he said, hey, I'm coming to your city, I'm coming to your city. So Ziggy, because I have not had this one-on-one conversation with you yet, how do you feel about WWE telling New Orleans? And by the way, they say that they might come back to for a WrestleMania in the future. Might.
Card subject to change.
Come on now, might. Give me a break. And future could mean anything. They could be like, hey, we meant 2035 WrestleMania. Like, what's the future? So I want to know, one, like, what was the business behind this? Like, did the city of New Orleans be like, damn, we got to take our L with this because we're New Orleans, so we can't, like, put up a fight or anything? And they took that horrible-ass consolation prize of the UFC event, which they were already coming for UFC anyway, and Money in the Bank and said, we'll be all amicably in public, even though I'm sure back behind the scenes, a lot of the New Orleans officials are pissed off.
Yeah.
But I would have at least said, no, I don't want a might. I want a guarantee. I want to guarantee WWE that you guys are coming back. And I want to know what year you guys are bringing WrestleMania back to our city. Ziggy, how do you feel about WrestleMania not coming to New Orleans next year?
It's definitely now once again, I don't know if this is true because wasn't it supposed to be in Minnesota and then they named it from Minnesota to New Orleans?
Coming to Minnesota. It's and
then New Orleans now
we're giving you a WrestleMania. So there's a lot of cities on the backlog that WWE owes WrestleManias to.
That's what I'm saying. So New Orleans was like second, and then they saw. I think what happened was they saw how successful everything went with the Super Bowl, and they're like, "Ooh." They piggybacked off that and then named WrestleMania for New Orleans,
right?
And then Vegas happened, and then Vegas was like, "Ooh, this really is a boost to our economy," because people just think of WrestleMania. They don't think of all of the indie shows that come.
Exactly.
All of the other.
You're not a wrestling fan, guys. Wrestling is a big industry.
Y'all don't sleep on it.
It's a big industry. I promise you guys. I tell you this all the time. If I went straight with wrestling content over Saints content, I would probably have quadruple the subscribers. These wrestling fans are passionate. Search Jono Barnes WWE in your YouTube search bar if you're not true to the Jono Barnes channel. Search Jono Barnes WWE in your search bar and look at the numbers I get when I do wrestling videos to compare to the Saints videos I do. Wrestling is a huge industry. I'm sorry to interrupt, Ziggy.
Oh, no. I mean, that's just putting addition on to why this is a big deal for, yes, we know we got WrestleMania 30. Yes, we know we got WrestleMania 34. Yes, I am thankful that we got those two WrestleManias, but don't tell me that it's coming and then take it away from me.
Come on.
Because I was cool. If they would have named some other city, I'd have been cool, but don't tell me you coming to my city and then take it away from us, bro.
Don't invite me to your restaurant.
Yeah.
Promising a big meal, serve me an appetizer, and then say, oh, by the way, the entree is canceled. We'll serve you the entree at a future date.
Yeah.
What? You promised me an entree. You told me to come to your restaurant.
You told me you said you was gonna take me to Ruth Chris. Then you said, never mind, I'm gonna take it to Applebee's.
Silly us, but you know, I like that comparison actually. Silly us, huh? Come on, man. Oh man.
And then I actually do like Money in the Bank because it's that Royal Rumble aspect. It's supposed to be like the surprise element. You don't know who might win it, that type of thing, but it's still not WrestleMania. And I am happy to see us get a pay-per-view in New Orleans, but once again, it's not WrestleMania. I agree, Brittany. Boo.
I don't know if it's as bad as another no call hurt, Jerry. But
look, that's actually a good analogy, Jerry. I don't think it's up there with the no call, but it's on the list. But the no call is definitely at the top of it.
And from a selfish, I did a reaction video after the news was announced last week. From a selfish point of view, as a content creator, like I said,
oh man,
them wrestling fans, boy, they show out when you do wrestling videos. So I'm like, damn, that sucks for my content creation career because I had some big plans and goals and aspirations for WrestleMania in my home city. Right, I've done WrestleMania content before. I went to Dallas to watch Stone Cold's last match. I got a transparently, y'all. I got an incredible payday from the YouTube, just from everybody, the views that I got from those videos. But to be New Orleans tried and true, and for my content and my persona to be, he's a New Orleans, fans call me a New Orleans legend sometimes. So to have WrestleMania for the first time in my city as a content creator in New Orleans, oh God, it was going to be sweet.
Because the Super Bowl, then to come back and get the Super Bowl and then WrestleMania.
Come on, you saw what the Super Bowl numbers was doing for my channel. So imagine the WrestleMania numbers. As a fan, Ziggy, just as a fan, take the content creation brain out of it. As a fan, I'm hurt. I'm like, damn. And I get TKO has shown who they are 1,000 times. They are about that bottom line. They are about the money. That's why all the matches now are sponsored by brands, and the wrestling mat has like 80 advertisers on it. Like
a NASCAR
car. They got goddamn interests now. This interest is sponsored by this video game or whatever. Soon it's gonna be finishing moves named after brands. Here's the Hershey's chokehold. I get that TKO. They know who they are. They are about that bottom line. But be a man of your goddamn word. Don't announce all this shit. Don't bring the goddamn rock out and say, hey, y'all, we are coming to New Orleans, and then turn y'all back because Vegas offer like $5 million more. I hate that shit, bro. I get it. It's business. I'm not a business guy, y'all. I'm not in the WWE board. I ain't getting any of this income, so I don't give a damn about it being business is business. I'm a fan. As a fan, it goddamn sucks. And I'm telling you, unethical business like that, it always comes back around. My dad always said that, Ziggy. My dad always said that. He said unethical business turns out to be bad investments. Marinate on that, y'all. Who got a super chat from Easy E, who says, I'll be there for Money in the Bank. TKO was trying to drive the price up for Vegas. Tourism is dying over there while we over here still shining. I don't know if New Orleans is shining now, but I will say I did read reports like Ziggy that Vegas is really struggling right now, especially unironically because we have the power now to pick up our phones and make our bets on apps.
Yeah.
So Vegas is like almost in desperation mode, like where they like shit. We need these economy boosters to come to our city. WrestleMania is obviously a clear.
They spent a lot of money for all those buildings and all that stuff. Yeah.
And the WrestleMania Vegas prices are a lot higher than what New Orleans prices would have been because we're not Vegas, we're New Orleans, right? It's us against the world sometimes. We're not New York, we're not Los Angeles, we're New Orleans. So that's why a lot of non-New Orleans wrestling fans, Ziggy, were upset because they were like, I've been to New Orleans WrestleManias before. New Orleans is like the perfect city for a WrestleMania because everything is so centralized together.
Everything
and
is
it's
centralized.
much more affordable than a Philadelphia and then a Las Vegas, where
Chicago,
Las Vegas hotel,
New York.
My brother can vouch for this. It's like $1,000+ for Las Vegas. For like 2 nights, it's $1,000. For New Orleans, that same hotel is like maybe $300 for 2 nights. So they were like, God damn, TKO, how much money are y'all trying to squeeze out of us?
And you can find you a hotel in like Kenner and just drive down.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta be.
So I will say this to the wrestling fans: like, if y'all want these prices to drop, if y'all want, because the WWE after every show now they come out and say record numbers and all that, and the diehard wrestling fans are like, oh, we bow down to you, Triple H, and we love it. I'm like, y'all basically cheering that they are price gouging the shit out of wrestling fans right now because the industry is so hot right now. But don't be like me with the Saints. Show them what your wallet. Say, you know what? Hey, WrestleMania was in Vegas last year. I ain't got to go 2 years in a row. I'm gonna stay my ass at home and watch it on TV on Peacock for $19.99 a month instead of paying $5,000 to go back to Vegas. Show them what your wallet, because if y'all start showing what y'all wallet, they're gonna stop price gouging the hell out of you wrestling fans, and they're gonna stop.
They're gonna say, okay, that's the limit.
Cities like New Orleans. Yeah, I get that they want to like maximize their hotness right now because we know wrestling is always hot and then it gets cold, hot and cold. I get all that. But damn, of all the cities to get screwed out in that equation, it had to be us, Ziggy.
It's just part of it. But I do feel that it's gonna be a breaking point is coming soon on that point that you just made. I think fans are starting to get a little bit more and more irritated, a little bit more and more outspoken with I don't know if it's just wrestling in general, but I want to say even with sports. Think of this. The Golden State Warriors moved from Oakland to where did they move to?
Anaheim. I think Anaheim.
But the main thing was when they built that new stadium or the new arena, they moved from that core audience that was rocking with them when they were building and finally became Splash Brothers and all that, and then they went into this suburb or wherever they at now, and now it's like you priced out your,
and now they don't have that elite home court advantage anymore.
Correct.
Right.
And I think it's just what these sports teams are doing this.
Wrestling fans were like complaining about the Vegas audience. I was like, yeah, well, it was because Vegas is going to be nothing but the corporate execs who aren't diehards who just go in there because of the show
and casuals are just
right. Whereas New Orleans would have been like the rabid fans, like this is like we would have been showing out. But they go with the.
I think a lot of these sports teams are doing that. They're getting these. San Francisco, thanks Slim South.
Yeah, we go Slim South.
They're getting these new stadiums, they're getting these new arenas, they're doing these things, and it's like they're pricing out the people that have been rocking with them the longest.
Yep. We'll never do that on the Jono Bones show. I promise y'all that.
They're pricing out their core audience.
Hey y'all, if I got 31 watching, I appreciate all of y'all. If I get 31,000, I promise y'all I'm not gonna say, oh well, I got that many people now. Ziggy, let's raise these shirt prices up to $45. We hot right now. Ziggy, no, I promise y'all gonna be like Slim South said, I'm a man of my word. I will forever cherish the audience and thank up the audience. Why? Because this shit more than a game. H Normanly's a funny because I'm mad. I think he said the Popeyes biscuit show. You know the Popeyes biscuits be hard in your throat.
But they have a gallon of water.
It will be a good seamless sponsorship. Like, oh shit, the Popeyes chicken choco. We could have had that in New Orleans, man. Could have been Ricky Saints with the Popeyes chicken choco.
Oh,
I felt bad for Ricky Saints too. He was like, oh shit, I get to come, do WrestleMania in my hometown. And so it sucks. Again, I could be a hypocrite. I might still go to Money in the Bank. I'm not paying. I promise y'all that. Like, if I get a free ticket, I'll be like, well, okay, I'll come down for Money in the Bank. But
especially with Little JJ Jono Jr. down. Yeah.
Exactly, man. I guess one day to tell my wife, hey, I'm leaving for WrestleMania.
She'll be like,
money. She gonna be like, what the hell is Money in the Like, she's not a wrestling fan, but she knows what WrestleMania is because it's WrestleMania. I said, I'm leaving for Money in the Bank. She's like, you leaving for what? The who? What Money in the Bank?
No, what's good, Lyndon?
Money in the Bank for little Jono. And say we're gonna. Lyndon was actually the most pissed off one about it. That man was in our group chat going.
He's the most casual of casual wrestling fans.
Yeah, and he was like, that's some bullshit. Don't care. So and shout out to Lyndon, y'all. Like, if y'all watch some of my content, like my Blue Oak Barbecue drink release videos, the Eric McCoy video, the guy behind that y'all can tell sometimes, like with my camera work and all that goes to another level. It's because this guy, Epic Vision, does some amazing stuff for me and for Ziggy and for the whole family. So shout out to you, Lyndon. Thanks for tuning in tonight on the last Jono Barnes show as Jono Barnes, because my next Jono Barnes show, Ziggy, I'm going to be Jono Barnes Sr. Think about that. That's crazy, huh? That's when it really hit me.
Yes.
I was talking to my boss. She was like, you're going to be Jono Barnes Sr. in a week. I was like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, I'm having a junior. I'm going to be a senior now. Wow. You know what else made me say wow, Ziggy? The fact that the Atlanta Falcons are always going Falcon. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, y'all. I'm a man of my word, unlike the WWE. We're going to get to that after you guys do us one final favor. Just one final favor. Hey, fans. Hit the subscribe button in 3 seconds to make this Falcons fan sad. 3, 2, 1.
Rise up in brotherhood, just don't choke. That's crazy. I just read that.
Yeah. I've been doing the Easter eggs on stuff like that. I did that 3-4 years ago. And it's still relevant too. Like that bag would still be relevant if I actually still had it. But one thing about me though, Ziggy, so I'm gonna take my shots at the Atlanta Falcons. I am going to take my shots, Ziggy, at the Atlanta Falcons. And I was telling everybody the past few shows, I say, make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms at Jono Barnes, because even though I may not be able to go live on YouTube for these next few weeks, I'll still be tweeting on Instagram and giving content in that regard, right? One thing I'm gonna continue to do is take shots at the Falcons. So while I'm watching the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers play basketball right now, an incredible series, the Pacers are up 91-84 as of 8:53 p.m. Central Time. You remember that game last week, Ziggy, when the New York Knicks were up with about 13, 14 points.
Oh, man.
48 seconds left. And one of the most incredible comebacks of all time. The Pacers came back and won it in overtime. And my great Mr. This shit more than a game brain said, hey, the New York Knicks have a brand new logo. And I took the Falcons logo and I put it in New York Knicks colors. That Ziggy, like Ziggy, what you always say?
2.2 million views.
Ziggy, what you always hold on, I'm at the old Dana. What you always say, Ziggy? What you always say? You always say you never know who's watching, huh?
Never know who's watching,
you
bro.
Never know who's watching because national media reporter, journalist, host Bomani Jones, who I'm a fan of, Ziggy. I'm a fan of Bomani Jones.
Oh, from Around the Horn. And
Around the Horn, CNN, ESPN. Y'all know Bomani Jones.
Yeah.
He says he's a former Falcons fan now. I argue that you never truly leave a fandom. I'm sorry. Like if you were tried and true as a fan.
He's just mad at him for now.
Exactly. Like if the Falcons won the Super Bowl, he's going to be celebrating. I say you never leave a fandom like that.
Oh, that's a big if.
But this tweet made the radar of Bomani Jones, and he responded, brother, they are the Knicks. Their own logo works just fine.
Ooh.
I don't know if the ironic thing is I don't know if Bomani, because obviously Bomani doesn't know who I am. I don't know if he knows that I was a Saints fan. I think he was just taking a shot at the Knicks because he's like, well, the Knicks are always choking themselves. You ain't got to make a Falcons joke when the Knicks are their own entity when it comes to choking, which is a fair point. It's actually a very valid point, Ziggy.
Very
valid point. And I told Bomani Jones that, Ziggy. I told Bomani point. That's a good point. Here's my counterpoint. Fuck the Falcons. It's that simple. fuck the Falcons, Bomani. I'm not using logic with this. It's always and forever. Fuck the Falcons. I don't give a damn. The Knicks choke 1,000 times.
What you got to say about that Archangel, Red Swarm? Golly.
Always fuck the Falcons. Bomani actually responded to that. I'm telling y'all got to follow me on Twitter. Like that's where my peak.
Yes, you have a lot of fun on Twitter.
I have a lot of fun. I'm blessed to have a big audience on Twitter. It's my biggest audience of all my social media platforms. One week I might have Alvin Kamara responding to me. One week I might have Bomani Jones. Today I had Antonio Daniels and me had a good debate that we'll get to that topic to close out the show in a little bit, Ziggy. Bomani Jones responded to me and he said, because he realized I was a Saints fan at that point, I'm impressed at how well you were able to type that with a paper bag on your
So
head.
he went back to being a Falcons fan.
No, that was actually good. That was clever, Ziggy. That was clever because he advertises himself now as a Saints hater, not a Falcons fan, but he's still the Saints hater, even though he says he's not as much of a Falcons fan. I don't buy it. I still think he's a Falcons fan.
He did some research on your page.
Now, yeah, which is fine. I like, again, this to me, like people might read this and think that, oh, me and him like are legitimately going at it. Nah, I was doing this all in jest. Like I like Bomani Jones. I'm a fan of Bomani Jones. What up, Brittany? Exactly, because fuck him, like Dave Chappelle meme. Fuck him. That's why. I responded to Bomani and I say, Bomani, it is a learned skill. I took it off last year just in time to watch my 5-win Saints beat the Falcons and send them on a tailspin as they proceeded to blow a 3-game division lead. Remarkable. One thing you are never going to do, whether you're a national media correspondent, whether you're Joe Blow down the street, whether you're one of the Falcons fans in the chat, you are never going to get me off of my Falcons jokes, of my Falcons digs, of my Falcons cracks, okay? I said that my final word on the topic was, I said, I love when a national media member discovers me. To all of my followers, to everybody watching the Jono Barnes show right now, here is one thing I will forever hold true in me, whether it is locally, whether Jono Barnes eventually goes nationally, God willing, we go national one day, Ziggy, I can assure you all this. I will always shit on the Atlanta Falcons, no matter what. The Saints could be a 1-16 team. I will always shit on the Atlanta Falcons because this shit is more than a game. Jones, welcome to the This Shit More Than a Game Dungeon Dragon.
That was a good back and forth. Shout out to Bomani.
For real. That always helps me out. Like when the national
That's funny.
Amplifies my stuff. I give Falcons, like the people who don't know me, like the Falcons fans were all mad in my comments and stuff and trolls and stuff. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever. Okay. Thanks for the engagement.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. 2.2 million is pretty good, bro.
Well, you gotta admit, it was a pretty cool, it was a pretty funny tweet, huh? Like, come on.
I'm not gonna lie, I legit laughed at that. I was like, all right, bro.
That was
I don't know what's up with you. You was on the road with your tweets over the past week,
bro. I mean, I always hit a home run.
With the thumbs up and then that.
When it comes to the skit shot, I understand sometimes I strike out, but with the memes, bro, I'm a meme legend. I mean, that's part of growing up in New Orleans, bro. We always quick with the roast. We got with exactly right, like Holy Cross.
Gift the gab.
All the ribbon sessions we had, we built on this. Ziggy. Falcons fans better learn. We built on this. I appreciate.
Look, everybody needs a good ribbon every now and then.
And I will say this though, honestly, tell like Archangel, the Red Swarm, and all the Falcons fans who watch because they get me right. Like if you watch the show, you understand what Jono Barnes.
They get it.
A lot of tests can get lost in translation on social media. So like the Falcons fans who only know me on social media probably think like I'm just rabid and I'm like, I hate them, like just really probably despise me.
Yeah, Archangel and everybody.
Archangel and they get the entertainment factor, man. And I appreciate y'all in moments like that, Archangel and Red Swan, when I got Falcons fans in my comments saying F you or you're an idiot or but the Knicks are worse and you guys got to get over 20. I'm Jono Barnes, y'all. I'm missing this shit more than the games. I'm never letting y'all get past 28-3. It could be 50 years from now. I could be on my deathbed. And my final words are going to be as Lil Jono comes close to me, I'm going to say, son, come closer. I'm going to say, 1, continue to live out that this shit more than the game legacy for me. And I'm going to say, 2, the Falcons blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. This shit more than the game. Ziggy, let me tell you why, though. The Falcons validated all of that back and forth with me and Bomani.
That makes sense. Your name is Archangel. You should be a Saints fan. That just makes sense, right?
Exactly. Right. Angel on ye.
I didn't catch that, Jerry.
Bro, some of these Falcons fans are Saints fans, to be honest, and they're just trying to play like.
I'm sorry, John. What you're saying, bro?
I'm a man of my word. Unlike the WWE, I'm gonna tell you guys. I said we got over 5 super chats. I will show you guys how in May, the Falcons find a way to Falcon. Because today, Ziggy. Oh yeah, I'm glad that Mr. Ripley is on the show right now.
Oh man,
it wasn't her. They got the little like the smoke. The smoke comes when they announce a new pope. The smoke is coming out, and the Falcons fans know, Jono's got some new heat on us. And I do, because you guys, I am so grateful that you guys are our rival. Because today, on Twitter, unprompted, unprovoked, The Atlanta Falcons, y'all, tweeted this.
Oh,
Ziggy.
they out there, Jono.
Ziggy, please tell me.
Wait, why was it deleted?
Come on, Ziggy. Please tell me you see it. Come on, Ziggy. I don't want you to lose your.
No, I get it, bro. It's the 328. I get it.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But do you see what at the bottom of the tweet, Ziggy, what they did?
It deleted it. No, I get it.
How does your own team not realize that the numbers 28-3 are prominent on these jerseys, and they tweeted that out? The Saints didn't tweet that. I didn't tweet that. The Falcons tweeted that. And that
You can't make this stuff up, John.
Ziggy, bro, you can't make this up.
You
Ziggy.
can't make this up, John.
I love the Falcons, y'all. Y'all never gonna hear me say this often, but I love the Atlanta Falcons. I love that you guys are our rivals. I love it. Thank you guys. You guys are the stupidest franchise. I legitimately think sometimes, Ziggy, that the social media coordinator for the Falcons is a Saints fan. I really do. You cannot make this up, Ziggy.
So even Archangel had to laugh.
They give us a gold mine of content, Ziggy. They give us a gold mine of rebuttals to go against the Falcons fans with.
28, bro.
And they were so happy with us. We out here, Falcons fans. You damn right.
We out here.
28-3. Y'all damn sure been out here for the past 8 years choking like that. God bless. God bless the Atlanta Falcons, bro.
Jono, we out here.
They out here, right? 28-3. This tweet has been deleted. Oh, you think the social media guy got chewed out, Ziggy?
Oh, bro.
I mean, once it got to like over 179 retweets, like at that point you gotta let it live.
Oh, like, wait, what's going on?
You know, somebody screenshot.
We ain't popping like that. What's going on?
right. Like they're like, hold on now. Our tweets never do numbers like that. Actually, Ziggy, thankfully, I was able to screenshot it because you talked about elite content. That was like a gift given to me. I didn't even have to like do any mean work myself. I was able to capture it, Ziggy, and I'm gonna make sure they remember. I tagged them too. 152 retweets right now. I tagged them. I said, I'm gonna let y'all live with this, Falcons fans. Thank God for the platform that I have. Thank God for the platform that I have. If I'm anything, if the content creation brings me anywhere, let it be known that it brought me to being the most prominent Falcons hater out there. Bomani Jones and all you random Atlanta Falcons fans in my mentions once or twice a month. I don't give a damn how shitty my team is. I don't give a damn how shitty my quarterback room is. I don't give a damn if we do get the first pick in the 2026 NFL draft. I will always and forever shit on the Atlanta Falcons because no matter what, even in May, the Falcons are going Falcon.
We're not even in preseason yet, Jono. And isn't it also funny that one of the guys was doing a shotgun pose and they're a Falcon? Like, you gonna shoot the Falcon out the air like this duck hunt or something like that? Like,
they know
come on, bro. What you doing?
They know they brand, bro. Hey, self-awareness is the first step, right? Self-awareness is the first step. Falcons fans, I know y'all going Falcon in December.
We out here, Jono. We out here.
Oh, Ziggy, you can't make this up, bro. You cannot make
shoot the Falcon out the air.
Oh man. You know, and to all these Falcons fans who are in my not you, Archangel, or Mr. Ripley, or all you guys, like the random Falcons fans, like the high school Falcons fans. Because I always say, man, Twitter needs like a age verification on the profile, so I can know when I'm dealing with like high schoolers or like these young ass kids that be all in my mentions. I'm 36 years old. Let me tell you, you dumbass high school Falcons fans trolls one thing.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
I just really like that clip, Ziggy. I'm gonna utilize it.
Look, even Archangel had to laugh, bro. Like, come on, why do you have to do the shotgun pose, bro? Y'all the Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah, you see.
Always. Falcons are always going Falcon. All right, Ziggy,
man,
our final topic, Ziggy, we could do this as a hot shot round.
What you got, bro?
As the Pacers and Knicks are about to end the third quarter, the Pacers are up by 10 points with 1 second left in the third quarter.
By 10?
And we might get a great finish, Ziggy, but what we did not get a great finish to was the Oklahoma City Thunder and Minnesota Timberwolves game last night, because Ziggy, it was a back and forth game, right? Two powerhouse teams going back and forth. But then the Thunder went up by 3 points with less than 24 seconds left, and they did the thing that I dread the most as a basketball fan, Ziggy. They started intentional fouling, because when you're up 3 and you intentional foul, the team only gets 2 shots. So all you got to do at that point is continue to make your free throws, and you never get the team, the trailing team, a shot at a 3-point shot. Strategically, it makes all the sense in the world, right, Ziggy? I get it. From a strategic standpoint,
it's born for the consumer.
I get it. As a consumer.
Yeah.
And please remember, sports fans, the NFL, the NBA, MLB, NHL, these are all entertainment products. That is the most boring form of basketball. Watching the best players in the world with the game trailing with only 24 seconds left, having a free throw off. I get from the Oklahoma City Thunder side why they did it. As a basketball fan who wants to be entertained, they got to get rid of that rule, Ziggy. My suggestion is when it's 24 seconds are left in the game, if a team intentionally fouls, because it's usually going to be the team that's up by 3 points, if they intentionally foul, the team that they foul not only gets a free throw, just one, but they retain possession. That means they got a shot now at making a game-winning or game-tying shot. And that's going to make all the teams stop trying to intentional foul. Because as a consumer, I want to be entertained. I want to see Anthony Edwards and SGA go man up one-on-one, game on the line. Who's going to make the last second shot? I do not want to see a goddamn free throw fest that makes the final 24 seconds turn into like 15 minutes of just free throws. That is not entertainment. That is not entertainment. Adam Silver, for all of his faults, one thing he does is that he's not afraid to take chances and say, I need to make this product.
He'll try something. Yeah, I give him that. Yeah, he'll try something.
Try something to make this shit go away. Try something.
Yeah.
Now, Antonio Daniels, the great Antonio Daniels, Pelicans play-by-play announcer, former NBA great, actually disagreed with me on Twitter today, Ziggy, and he said that, well, if they do go with my suggestion, what's going to stop teams, the trailing team from like trying to like, you know, flop into a foul or whatever so that they can get the ball and possession. I say at that point, though, I mean, it's a subjective business.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah,
that's
but like the pass interference, I mean, we know as Saints fans, right? That's subjective. You know, the flopping rule in general, that's subjective. So like you're always going to be subjective when it comes to stuff. I feel like just common sense has to take over. Like a referee should be smart enough to know like if a player trying to flop himself into a foul.
Oh, I don't know, because Shai already shooting 40 free throws a game.
I'm not saying if they foul, they get the ball and possession.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be the, you know what an intentional foul is. Like when you wrap somebody up because you're like, hey, go take a free throw. Like we trying to end this game, or we trying to get a sad free throw player on the line because we know he trusts him to make 2 free throws. Darrell Ziggy has been on my butt. I don't know what's so controversial about this. That he's like, oh, Jono, shut up. I think you need to shut up, Darrell, about this take. When there's a lot of NBA fans, it ain't just me. It ain't just Jono Barnes on this soapbox saying this was a national story today, Darrell.
Jono's still whining about this.
Saying it. So, Ziggy, I ask you, what do you feel
look at this, though,
this?
Jono. Look, shout out to Gene. Jono, I love your content, man.
This is my first time seeing Gene, too. I appreciate you, Gene.
We get an air horn for that.
Ziggy, how do you feel about
look? See, Jono skipped over that to go read. See, look.
Sometimes I catch myself, and I told myself when I first started content, show the supporters more love than the haters. But sometimes it's human nature, but like you got to go back at. And I know Darrell's not a hater. I'm just
no. We mess with Darrell. That's
but how do you feel, Ziggy, about that? My suggestion, or like just that rule in general of the strategic nature of fouling while you're up 3 to essentially do a free throw fest to end the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I see what AD is saying with you start getting your Ray Allens and baiting people into fouls, or your Reggie Millers that's trying to, bait fouls. And I could see the counter argument to that, but I don't know, man. They're just going to have to, the refs are just going to have to be more, like you say, just put their foot down.
Exactly.
With the intentional fouling.
So you on my side, right?
That'll just fix it.
You're on my side with this argument there, right?
I see where you're going with it, but I don't know.
All right, if you were a commissioner going into the 2026 season, would you ban it? Would you say, okay, no, we're not letting teams intentional foul anymore? Or you're like, whatever. Hey, just don't.
Yeah, no intentional fouls. Yeah.
All right, well then you're on my side.
Yeah, no intentional foul. But I thought you said that they'll retain possession and some other stuff though.
No, I'm saying again. So say Team Jono versus Team Ziggy, okay?
Right.
All right. Say that I go up 3 points with 18 seconds left, okay?
Right, and I'm down 3.
Now I'm like, okay, if I just keep fouling him on purpose, if we go back and forth with free throws, and I make my free throws, I know that he has no shot.
No, I got you.
A +1.
You'll just foul me on purpose because I can't shoot a 3 to catch up.
Right. So I'm saying if I then say, okay, no, nobody wants to watch that. Jono, if you foul Ziggy while you're up 3 with less than 24 seconds left on purpose, we're giving Ziggy 1 free throw and we're giving him the ball back. Are you on
I
that?
got you.
Do you agree with that solution?
I don't know these refs. I just find I don't know. I don't trust these refs, bro.
I mean, I don't blame you. We're Saints fans, right? We're Saints fans. I just I hope the NBA
they'll use that and be like, somebody wasn't trying to intentionally foul and call that an intentional foul, and then now all of a sudden,
it's never. I know, and I get it. But
I see the vision though. I don't think it's never going to be. I don't think you're off.
It's never going to be a perfect product anyway. So I mean, Adam Silver
right.
makes a new All-Star game format every damn year. He always tries to change these rules. He's entertaining a 4-point shot at one point. What's wrong with entertaining? Hey, let's stop these intentional fouls so that fans can see Anthony Edwards get a last-second 3 off instead of just Anthony Edwards shooting free throws, so Oklahoma can shoot free throws and they go back and forth. And Oklahoma City never has any fear of making having a team make a 3-pointer on them because all they're doing is fouling. I'm gonna take that to the grave. I'm gonna take
Darrell going at you today, bro. Look. Darrell
you can't get mad at someone for who said I was mad at them for finding it. I'm not mad at the coaches. I'm calling out the NBA executives to make this change. I never got mad at the Oklahoma City Thunder. I never said Oklahoma City Thunder. How dare you? I'm calling the NBA suits out and saying, hey, you guys are an entertainment-based product. That's not entertaining. Watching free throws is not entertaining. I'm sorry. I ain't never seen our group chat, Darrell, go off with, oh, boy, look at these free throws going off right now. This is exciting. Is the Minnesota Timberwolves going to miss a free throw? No. We want to see the best players go at it. Darrell's rebuttal last night, I'll take it behind the curtain, was, John, but Anthony Edwards had a bad game, so who cares about him getting the last second shot? It's Anthony Edwards. If Michael Jordan has a 6 out of 24 shooting night, are you going to say, well, shoot, we don't want Michael Jordan to take a last shot because he didn't have a good game? It's still the best players in the world. I want to see the best players in the world man up and play basketball. Not a goddamn free throw contest. Imagine if the NFL say, we'll do an intentional foul, a penalty, and we'll do field goal kickoffs to end the game. No, we want to see the best players in the world go at it. So miss me with that, Darrell. The entertainment product. It is an entertainment product. Please remember, above all, that's about the integrity of sports and the strategicness and all that. It is an entertainment-based product. Entertain me, NBA. Entertain me.
Epic Vision said, get Darrell on the show.
When we come back from our break, Lyndon, I'll gladly have Darrell on the show. He stole my
that might be an overdue.
The Jono Ball show for me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Gene said, Jono, can you go back to roasting Atlanta? I won't be mad about it.
I'm always roasting.
Looks like Gene came for the Atlanta roast.
I know he said enough about this basketball talk, man. can we get back to the Saints?
Go back to the shotgun photo.
They roast themselves. I ain't gotta roast anybody. They roast them damn selves. So you can ask the Falcons.
You can't make this stuff up, Gene.
Gene, you literally,
Gene, you can't make this stuff up, bro.
Not make this stuff up. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for real. This is my last show. Because in 5, he might come.
This is not his last show. Like he make it seem like this is the show. The channel's ending.
That's how you gotta, it's called engagement. It's clickbait. Remember they call me Mr. Clickbaiter after the title show? Yeah, I'm a clickbaiter. All right, y'all, this is my last show for a while. Because in 5 days, and it gets more real and real every time I say that out loud, Ziggy. In 5 days, he comes. In 5 days. It feels like just like yesterday we announced this to the world, huh? Well, he is supposed to be coming in 5 days, and so I am going to utilize
the screensaver, bro.
My kid? It's my kid.
The
shotgun. It's a little weird, but okay. He is Mr. Prince this shit more than the game, so I ain't mad at it. But I'm going to utilize June, probably July, because those are the dog days of the offseason. I planned this baby out small. Ziggy, I say, what's the dog days of the offseason where, I could, actually give my wife the time that she actually needs, right? So I said, okay, let's have a
man. Shout out to Clarissa.
Shout out to her for real, y'all. She has been
real
for these past 9 months and still allowed me to do this show and my content for you guys and yell at the camera and all that while, holding 7-8 pound babies. So, but I'm probably going to utilize June and July, y'all, to be a dad. I'm going to be a dad. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud, but then again, I kind of can because I'm 36 years old. And I was thinking about this last night, Ziggy, because I've been like going to bed at like 2 or 3 a.m. because like I'm like a kid on Christmas. I'm like, I know it's coming. Like I know the gifts are under the tree. This gift is coming real soon. I'm having a hard time like sleeping about it. And I'm like, well, I am 36 years old. So even though I can't believe I'm about to be a dad, I mean, I'm 36. Like it was now or never for me, in my opinion. So I am excited, and I just can't wait.
Bro. I can't wait to hear your your report on how you were feeling, what happened.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see how he looks. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to hold him. I'm emotional thinking about it right now. Like I am genuinely I'm excited for this little guy. And I appreciate all of you guys for real. So again, on social media at Jono Barnes. Follow me on all those platforms. I'll still be active on there. That's probably how you'll find out when, of course, y'all, me and Darrell, y'all think I'm like just randomly going off on somebody. That's my bro for life. But I'll use my social media platforms for like y'all can really stay in touch with me, my dog's son, whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna turn the channel into a family channel. No, you can make yourself up. I'm not ready.
No, go ahead. I'm not
ready for a spotlight yet. Damn, I'm not ready.
We're talking about you.
I'm not ready for a spotlight yet, though. Because I'm like, you see all the funny family channels. And I'm like, hey, I'm already got a nice built-in audience. I can have fun with the little one. But I got a mama bear who's gonna be very protective of that kid. She's gonna be like, Falcons trolls, like the ones who don't know, not Angel and them, like the ones who don't know how to have fun with it, like being a dick, because they
I don't blame her.
Anonymous screen. So I understand that, but I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be points where like I think it's something creative with the kid, and I'm like, oh, I want to like have fun with my audience and my little one. But for the next 2 months, I'm assuming I don't think I'm going to be live actively, guys. So again, follow me on social media at Jono Barnes.
You might have catch him on Twitter. That's be
and hit that bell notification because there might be something that breaking news. Maybe I'm not saying we will. Like Zion gets traded. I'm like, well, I gotta find time at some point. It might be a 4 a.m. stream, but like at least you'll know if you hit that bell notification that Jono went live, because I can't promise you guys, when my next show is going to be. And
just get them when you get them, huh?
If you just for the summer. I'm gonna be back for football season, y'all. Don't trip on that. And I'll still do like if I can find time. I do not know what dad life looks like, y'all. I'm about to find out trial by error, literally in 5 days. If you utilize my community posts on YouTube, I'm always posting like a heads up on when I'm going live or video. So make sure you guys check that out. But if you hit that bell notification, you will know when John does a video. I'll still try to do skits and I'm gonna try to utilize the hell out of the shorts feature, Ziggy, and just do like short videos, just to keep, because I still like to entertain and like I'm
do a quick little, news update, short, boom.
Okay, I could do it while holding little Jono. Little Jono might be crying, but yeah, I don't know. I announced this baby, I think, to the world in January, and here we are. It goes like that, right?
He gonna go clean the baby up, put a diaper on, and then as soon as he go throw it away, I just put a new one up. All right, you gonna change him again?
Right. Well, I'm going to find out the hallway.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I can't wait.
Gene leaves a good point that a lot of people have told me this, including you, Ziggy, that the time flies, man. So that's why I want to like kind of step back from everything and just be a dad for the first 2 months or whatever. Like give all of my undivided attention to this little one. Because just looking at this little picture, look, he already has that little grouchy face like his dad, huh? He's Prince this shit more than the game. And I cannot wait to see this little one. I mean, I think by next Tuesday at this point, I will probably be a dad by now, guys. So thank you guys for
man, because it was only wasn't too long ago. My baby girl was like this.
Man, I don't know if you mind, Ziggy. Do you mind showing how she looks now? Like how fast? I'm like, I saw her. You posted her on Facebook, and I'm like, damn, time flies, huh? I get it. So
y'all saw how she was then, and then now
name the baby Stephon Diggs. I saw Stephon Diggs having a hell of a time on the yacht right now with Cardi B.
Man, Stephon Diggs was.
That's why Darrell says he the goat right now. Darrell, like, can I join that boat? He might have long fingers like me, Darrell. Maybe that might make him the next New Orleans.
Bro, not the long fingers, bro.
See, this dog. I hope he takes some. Oh, well, I hope he takes his mama looks, right? I want him to look like his mama, because mama has the better looks than me. But hopefully he gets. He will have Falcons fans that dish shit more than the game energy. So in the next 5 to 6 or 7 days, Falcons fans, I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. Y'all gonna get a little cold sweat, a little chills in y'all body. Y'all gonna be like, "What's going on? It's not even cold outside." Just know that means, oh, that Mr. Prince, this shit more than the game, has
They
arrived
grow
to
up
this
quick,
world.
y'all.
They grow up quick, Ziggy. Shout out to your beautiful daughter, Ziggy, man. She's gonna be doing this
Appreciate
kind
it.
of stuff in like in 4 or 5 years, and I'm gonna be like, dang, you know,
Ooh, they grow up quick,
she might
man.
be my next co-host. You never know. I might fire you for her, Ziggy.
Hey, bro. She be on a laptop making little short stories and stuff. I'm like, little producer in training.
Kids grow up on the youth, like they grew up on the youth. That's all they know. So you know, like what we always say is like these streamers are like the celebrities to these new kids, like these kids now. We had the rappers and the athletes and the actors. These kids look up these streamers. Like I was at the Super Bowl experience, and like a little kid comes up to me. You would have thought I was Will Smith. I'm like, damn, like, you know, and I'm not a huge deal. And I'm not trying to like poke my chest up, but I'm like, these kids really like look up to the streamers that they attach to as like A-list celebrities. So
yeah, so when they go into their teachers at school saying this shit more than a game and getting detention,
well,
that's on you, bro.
Well,
you gotta own it.
I'm gonna own it when Lil Jono does it. I'm gonna say, good job, kid. Good job, kid.
And for the AB honor roll, Jono Barnes Jr.
Hey, hopefully he doesn't get a valedictorian stolen from here like Darrell did to me some 20 years ago.
Hey, yeah, Darrell and Jono, that's them two smart guys right there.
I appreciate all the kind comments, guys, from the past 5 months that you guys have been showing love. Some of y'all have even given gifts like Cheryl. I truly, truly appreciate it. And again, these were like the dog days of the offseason we've been in the past few months, 2 or 3 months. So I know I'm always a stickler for like, oh man, look at my numbers. But I also get that I'm not the biggest platform. But I will say, whether I have 26 people watching, 126 people watching, the love you guys always show me is the motivation for me to always continue to do this show. So just know that I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to be a dad.
Quality over quantity.
Any final words, Ziggy?
Nah, no closing thoughts, bro. No final words. Just definitely happy for y'all. Definitely happy for Clarissa. What you got, bro? Go ahead.
Well, keep talking. I'm gonna show one thing. I'm gonna close.
Oh yeah, I'm just
keep going.
I'm very intrigued, and I can't wait to hear all of the story stuff that Darrell has gone through already. Myself, Lyndon, Wine, all of the other guys that we've had our share of kids that gone through the infant stages and the toddler stages and everything, and you're going to be experiencing that for the first time. Can't wait, bro. I can't wait to hear your stories and everything. My daughter is she just turned 10, so she's out of that infancy stage. She can make her own sandwiches and stuff like that. So I couldn't imagine going back to changing diapers and everything. I'm like,
I'm gonna give a preview, Ziggy, to the 410 people still watching the show right now.
What you got?
Show y'all a preview of how I plan to introduce Prince, this shit more than a game, to the world. The only way to introduce him to the world, that is with this. He's coming, y'all. He's coming, and this channel will never be the same. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Always remember, and this shit more than a game. And now I'm off to go be a dad.
Jono.